Electro Dragons are one of the best troops to use right now, but can be difficult if you're not sure what you're doing. So let's break down how you can use them to 3-star most bases regardless of your town hall level. Now, what should you look for in a base if you're using Electro Dragons? Ideally, you want to focus the Electro Dragons into the areas with the most key defenses and the defensive CC building, while your heroes are moving around the easy-to-reach areas. Unlike other Electro Dragon armies, this army from Nian, a pro player, uses this more or less with 3 win conditions in mind: the Electro Dragons, the super minions, and the heroes. This gives a lot more power to your attacks so long as you know what you're doing. But I have 50 million power to our sponsor. Thank you to Rise of Kingdoms for sponsoring today's video. If you're new or quit because you fell behind, picked the wrong commander, or didn't have time to grind 24/7, well, Rise of Kingdoms is treating you really well right now. For free-to-plays, Sun Tzu Prime has arrived. The legendary epic commander has evolved into Sun Tzu Prime, and with his reworked god tier AoE skill set, he will absolutely dominate the open field. You can even max him out using the new commander reset. Thanks to the new commander reset system, you can reset one old commander and get a 100% refund on every single gold head for no sunken cost and no punishment for past mistakes. It literally takes 1 day to catch up on 1 year of progress. Now it's a single tap away. The new equipment catch-up system skips almost 2 months of grinding and saves you thousands of gems. Earn top-tier gear without the year-long pain, as this system exists specifically to help you bridge the gap instantly. Whether you're returning or brand new, this is the most free-to-play friendly version of Rise of Kingdoms ever. Check the link below to join and conquer Rise of Kingdoms. So, first things first, you need to set up funneling for your Electro Dragons to control where they go. So, on one side, you will use 2 to 3 Electro Dragons to set up funneling, where you can get some decent chain value while cutting off that side. You can also consider using a rage spell to do additional damage with the chains to get additional value. However, always use at least 1 to 2 totem spells to keep the Electro Dragons alive as they set up funneling. You can also use 1 on the other side to cut off the funnel for the Electro Dragons so they can easily work into the base, while also cutting off your king and queen so they don't walk towards the defensive CC. But you should consider using my creator code CORRUPT, to support me and the channel. Speaking of your heroes, the Archer Queen and Barbarian King are still used to funnel your Electro Dragons in. Mainly with the Queen, her giant arrow should be used to snipe off air defenses and sweepers, but you can also use it to activate invis towers if there are any on the base. That then allows you to have the Barbarian King, action figure, and siege barrack mostly tank for the Archer Queen as they move along the outside of the base, while also being able to break into the base with a super wall breaker when away from the defensive CC to get additional value. You do want to try and keep the Barbarian King alive for as long as possible, hence why running the Spirit Fox on him is very good, as it not only improves his survivability, but also allows the snakes to spawn over time rather than running out towards the end of the attack. As for his Spiky Ball, use it whenever to get the most value, as you typically want it to clear buildings inside the base or add some additional damage to weaken them significantly. Now, if you're wondering about the rocket balloon's role in this army, it often depends on the base. You can use the rocket balloons to snipe off air defenses that are within reach from the outside, or you can use them to trigger rage and poison spell towers. You can also use them to scout for traps with the Electro Dragons when setting up funneling or sending them into the base. With a solid funnel set from your own Electro Dragons and heroes, it's finally time to work into the base with the rest of your Electro Dragons. In this case, you have the Grand Warden and Minion Prince working in alongside your Electro Dragons to provide additional support. You should use a few totem spells early on to distract defenses away from your Electro Dragons as they move in. Follow this up with a rage spell as you work into the base to power up your Electro Dragon. From there, you can additionally use your Warden's Eternal Tome and Healing Tome early to protect the Electro Dragons as they work towards the core, where protecting the Electro Dragons Dragons is key. The Prince can save the Dark Orb for right after the Eternal Tome expires to lessen the damage taken from defenses, or use it a bit later within the core of the base. The Dark Orb can also activate invisibility spell towers if you choose against using the Giant Arrow for it. As for the Meteor Staff, it provides the Prince with additional damage on defenses even when distracted by things like the enemy heroes or guardians. You can also use another Rage in the core of the base to power up the Electro Dragons further in, and you can use a free spell over multiple defenses. This will overall protect more Electro Dragons as you work around. As for the totem spells, use them very sparingly, as you do not want to completely spam them and lose value. Since they do have an HP decay thanks to the most recent balance changes, they can go down a bit quicker than normal. So use them to distract air targeting defenses like the long shot, air defense, sweeper, fire spitter, revenge tower, etc. These defenses can do a lot of damage to your Electro Dragons, so this is the best way to keep them from doing so. Otherwise, even if most of your Electro Dragons go down, you should have cleared the core of the base, allowing the Barbarian King, the super minions, maybe even the Archer Queen if she's still alive, to work along with any leftover Electro Dragons on the flanks to get buildings down and to secure the 3-star. Now that you understand how this army works, this is the army comp I recommend you use to 3-star nearly every base between Town Hall 16 and Town Hall 18. With that said, let's give you a visual example of how this all works so you never fail with this army. In order for this army to really work consistently, we do want to start off with using an Electro Dragon on one side to cut off the funnel. We can use a few rocket balloons to activate a Rage spell tower, and also set up funneling with our heroes, where we have the King and Queen, the Queen with her Giant Arrow to snipe off air defenses and sweepers, while the Barbarian King works around with his snake bracelets, and since he has the Spirit Fox, he's going to be able to go on and off invisible. The log launcher is there in order to open up the walls and allow our heroes to get in towards the town hall so we can secure that, but we've also got the Electro Dragons on the other side, where we're using a Rage spell, a few totem spells, and 3 of them in order to cut off the funnel. This allows us to send the rest of our Electro Dragons in with the Minion Prince and the Grand Warden. As we dive a little bit deeper in, we can use a Rage spell and the Eternal Tome to power up their chains while using the totem spells every so often to protect them. We can also use the Dark Orb at the end of the Eternal Tome in order to slow down defenses, and as we continue to use totem spells, those defenses are not going to be able to do nearly as much. The reason that we're going through the CC side is, like I said, we don't want to lure out the ice golems, so that way our Electro Dragons have free reign through the rest of the base. The super minions in this case are also going to be a big help. They're another win condition of ours, and with the Barbarian King and maybe even the Archer Queen still alive, you should for the most part be able to absolutely crush bases like this, or any other compact or maybe even spread out bases, as these Electro Dragons are even stronger than they were before. With the multiple buffs to Electro Dragons and their new level at Town Hall 18, they have seen renewed use with how strong they are when paired with totem spells. But if you want to support myself further, consider joining the YouTube memberships by hitting the join button and choosing a tier of your choice. If you want an upgrade guide for hero equipment upgrades in 2026, I recommend checking out this video right here, but YouTube says you might prefer this one instead.